I love you, Mom.
Okay, crazy.
I love you, Mom. I love you, Mommy.
The most important factor to a healthy well-being is feeling connected.
Welcome to From There to Here, a safe place where we will explore some of life's adventures so that you do not feel alone.
Happy Monday, friends! This is your hosts, Shannon and Jess, and we are here to celebrate the beginning of a new week. Let's get it started with our Heart Lens. Jess, what's in your Heart Lens today?
Since mothers are the topic this week, I'm going with my mom in my Heart Lens this week. She is just an absolute gem. And anyone that knows my mom knows that she's the best. I have friends all the time telling me that they want my mom to adopt them because she's just the best. And for people that don't know, my mom actually, in our home, we have an upper level and a lower level, and my parents live in the lower level. So I get to see my mom every day, almost every day, and she makes me and my husband and my son, Jude, dinner every night, almost every night. Both my parents make us dinner. But I love the fact that I get to have quality, just normal quality time with her, where a lot of people I know as adults just get to go see their parents for like an afternoon and then they go home, right? But we get to have just a lot of normal daily quality time. And I am just so very grateful for that.
I can remember when you shared with me, yeah, we're going to buy this house and my parents are going to live downstairs. And I looked at you and I was like, are you nuts? Like, we grow up and we live our entire lives waiting to get away from our parents and be independent. And here you are celebrating that you get to move back in with them.
Yes.
But it's not moving back in with them because they have their own house
on
the same property, same building as you.
I feel like a lot of people do think we're crazy, but most people say to Boy Jess, like, how are you living with your in-laws? But maybe he'll talk about that sometime because it is a special setup, but it's special. That's the word for it.
Yeah.
What's your Heart Lens this week?
I'm going to just say all of the wonderful women in my life that have helped me in bringing me up and becoming the woman that I am. So my godmother, my mom, actually Brielle's grandmother and Brielle's biological aunts. I would say my grandma who's passed away, Ben's mom who's passed away, Ben's sisters, all of my friends that are moms. Like it's all about women and who have brought me up and just celebrating them this week because I wouldn't be the person I am today without all of their contributions. If you want to share your personal Heart Lens with us, we welcome you to leave a comment on our Facebook page or to email us at podcastfromtheretohere@gmail.com, and we will read these joys during upcoming episodes. And in celebration of Mother's Day, please just share a little note with us about why you love your mom.
I thought we could start today actually with me reading a Facebook post that I made, and this was on the first Mother's Day. So I had gone like 7 Mother's Days really wanting to be a mother, and then finally became one. So I had a lot to say about it, and I feel like the words that I put in here was the best. So I apologize to the listeners that have already read this when I became a mom, but here I go. So, Mother's Day, a day that comes with lots of feelings for many. First and most importantly, I need to acknowledge the feelings of appreciation and gratitude for the rock of a mother I was gifted. If you know her, you know exactly what I mean. She's the definition of what a mother should be to a child. And side note, I don't like to use the word should. Because I don't like to should people, you know.
You've said that before.
I know it's true, but this is how I'm going to use it here. Okay. This is how mom should be. She has given me absolutely pure, unconditional love, and I am just so very blessed. I, in addition, hit the jackpot with my mother-in-law. She loves me as her own and would do anything for her family, and that includes me. And I just know how so very blessed I am to have her. I've been lucky enough to physically be with my mothers on Mother's Day, but that didn't come without heartache. For a few years, like I had said before, it was about 7 years. It was really rough. I felt so bad for myself because I wasn't a mom. I usually would cry in the shower in the morning, and then I'd carry on with my day, but I took the sadness with me in a way.
Yeah.
Like over time, I learned to feel that sadness and then release it. Crying, like I said, in the shower really was like, is a place
Cleansing.
I like shower crying. But on some level, we actually do get to choose how we feel. It was about 3 or 4 years prior to me becoming a mom that I decided I wasn't going to carry that sadness with me on Mother's Day anymore. I was going to feel it, let it be there, right? Because you can't just say go away, but I would feel it, I would release it, and then I would choose to notice all the joy around me. And lucky for me, I found that it was everywhere if I chose to notice it. And choosing that was not always an easy choice, but I got to the point where I could recognize that it was a choice. And by doing that, my Mother's Days started to be able to feel blessed, even though I wasn't a mother. But today, and like I said, this was from my first Mother's Day, I woke up to a smiling baby who will call me mom, and I am so very blessed. That very first Mother's Day, though, I still took a moment to shed some tears in the shower, of course, because I still had that feeling for all those moms or those people wishing to be a mom. And I just want them to know that I see you, I feel you, I literally am you. And my wish for you is that you are able to find some joy today and notice where you too are so very blessed, even when it is so hard. Now we're both crying because
as you're listening,
it's so hard.
You can't see us, but yeah, this is an emotional topic for both of us. To be able to celebrate this day, and thinking back about what this day was like for me, it's an emotional feeling. Mother's Day is definitely was a very triggering day for me. Like Jess had said in her post, it was a day that I often cried. I longed to be a mom for so long, and I knew deep down inside that's who I was supposed to be. I was supposed to be a mom to someone or someones out there. And I can remember, trying to put on that mask and not show the emotion because I wanted to be happy for my friends who got to celebrate. And I wanted to be there for my own mom, and to celebrate with her and what the life that she gave me. And I can remember going to breakfast with my mom. I don't remember how many years into my journey this had been, but I just started crying. And all she did was give me a hug. That's all I needed at that time. And she knew, this day is incredibly hard.
Yeah. It was really hard.
So now when Mother's Day comes around, I celebrate it with my kids.
Yes.
It's interesting.
Same.
I know.
I can't imagine not being with.
Right. And I know, and I'm not going to judge.
No.
You get to celebrate Mother's Day however you want. But I think for me, it was such a important day that for 7 years and then 11 into getting the boys, it was a day that I wanted so badly to be able to celebrate that now with my miracle babies, I celebrate because they're the reason I get to be a mom.
Yeah.
So I don't sleep in. The first mom, I'm up, whether it's 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock.
Yes.
It's me. I'm the first one. Because I celebrate the entire day, like every waking moment that my kids are there. Like I am doing and enjoying and engaging with them, because to me, like, I don't know, Mother's Day isn't about me. It's about why and who gave me that.
It's about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like physically being present as a mom.
Sure. Yeah, not going and spoiling yourself at the spa or something.
And I know, like, a lot of people will say, oh, it's Mother's Day, I get to sleep in. And I just don't do that. Right. I just don't. I just think it's my mindset, because of my path, is just different.
Right.
And I mean, maybe some of our listeners can relate, going through the journey or having gone through the journey, but I think it's just different when you go and you have to experience infertility. And as you and I get to look back on those Mother's Days and how painful they were.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just going to say it's different.
It's a good word for it.
It's just different.
I like how when in your Heartlands today, you talked about all the women in your life that have served an important role, because I think you're right that, of course, our mothers that take care of us every day, and mine literally still does take care of mine every day.
And
till you're, by the time this airs, I'll be 40. So 40 years and counting.
And like at the drop of a hat too. Like I know I can text or call my mom no matter what time it is.
Oh, yes.
No matter what. And she's going to be there for however I need her to be.
But you have other women in your life too that would as well. And that I just think that was a really important point, is that it's not just a day to celebrate our mom. It's about any woman that's been important to you in your life, right?
Right. Yeah. And as I became a mom, I think those people have really stepped up to like in my spectrum of people that are important to me. Like they're just higher on my list now, because I know if I need help or I need guidance or I need somebody to talk to, like I can call any of these women. And some of them have been gifted to me through adoption, right?
Yes. Right. That was another thing I wanted to bring up today. And some people don't even know this, that there's Mother's Day, but then there's also Birth Mother's Day. So we always feel lucky on Mother's Day weekend, because it is a full weekend. We celebrate on Saturday is Birth Mother's Day. It usually is the Saturday before, right? Always? Okay. I think so. And then Sunday is Mother's Day. But last year we were lucky enough to have Jude's biological mom just with us. So we all celebrated together on Mother's Day. And it just can be such a beautiful thing to have your family grow in this way.
Through having kids, right?
Right.
Your family grew.
Yeah. And in speaking about a birth mom, right? I mean, I think on Mother's Day, you always hear moms saying like, oh, to the child that made me a mom, or on their birthday, right? Yeah. It's, to my blah, 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 who made me a mom. And for me, I feel like Adriana made me a mom, actually. Like,
oh, yeah.
Jude's birth mom is the reason that I get to celebrate that day, and the amount of gratitude that is held for her on that day and every day, right, is just unexplainable, really.
Right. Yeah.
So much appreciation for her for choosing me.
Yeah. So on a Mother's Day, what is your best Mother's Day? What's your wish to do? What if anything was given to you, what would you do on Mother's Day?
I think it is what it has been now for the past few years, since I was kind of able to shift that mindset, is that we've been hosting a Mother's Day brunch here at our house. So it's always my mom and Jess's Boy Jess's mom. And like I said, Adriana came. And oftentimes I have an aunt, I call her Auntie, that she was always around a lot growing up. And even now too, as an adult, actually, always around. But she's, like we were talking about, important women in our lives. And she's definitely one of mine. And she will usually comes to spend Mother's Day with us. So we just have brunch, and Boy Jess takes a good portion of the cooking. And
I thought you were going to say Boy Jess eats a good portion.
he also does that, but he eats a good, healthy portion of brunch. No, he makes the food along with my dad, and it's just a nice day at home and hopefully nice outside. But
Yeah.
what about you?
I feel like it's been different kind of every year. Like growing up, we used to get together on my dad's side as a big family and would celebrate grandma and my aunts and my cousins who were moms. And the family has gotten so big now that it's tricky to get everybody together for that.
Yeah.
But I'm super mindful of making sure that like I send Happy Mother's Day messages to all my friends, all my aunts, all, just like all of those important women in my life. And then just like I said before, like it really is just about what the kids want to do. So in the past, if it's been nice out, we might garden, we might take a walk or go to the park or ride our bikes. If it's yucky out, they might pick out movies from the library that we watch. And so it just is really about the kids, and usually there's ice cream involved.
Yes.
My family is just ice cream junkies. So
Sounds like a lovely time.
right. Yeah. Just making it a celebratory happy day.
Yes. We definitely also want to clearly acknowledge the fact that it is not always a happy celebratory day, right? I mean, I know we all want that, but in the reality, and not even people that are just going through infertility, there's the sound. I think we forgot it earlier. Anyway, not even just that, but people that have lost their mom or don't have a good relationship with their mom. There are millions of reasons why Mother's Day can be tough.
Yeah. This year in particular is tough. Brielle has lost her biological mom this year.
Yeah.
And it's been hard for everybody.
Yeah.
And I think that it was a hard Mother's Day to have to acknowledge this is the first one.
Yeah.
This is an emotional episode.
Yeah, I think we knew it was going to be. Yeah. We knew it was going to be.
Yeah. And it always is for Ben as well.
Yeah.
Knowing that his mom has passed, and the struggle I think that he has with, he wants it to be a fun day for me.
Yeah.
But knowing that his mom is celebrating in what we say is the clouds. She lives in the clouds.
Yeah. Yeah. So while we know we all are trying to shoot for happy celebratory days, I think it's important to acknowledge, accept, and feel, and let those feels flow through you.
And if Mother's Day is hard, it's hard, right?
Yeah.
Like, let it be hard. It's okay.
Yeah.
Go in the shower and cry.
Yeah.
Find a friend, cry. Listen to the podcast with us, cry.
Yeah. Crying definitely helps.
It does.
And we're here to show you that even when you're on the other side of all of this, at the here, right? We're still crying about it. We're still sitting here having strong feelings about Mother's Day because it's just a lot to feel.
Do guys have this feeling on Father's Day? That's going to be the next steal.
Yeah. My guess is no.
Tune in for more on that subject with the males in our lives.
So the inspirational quote comes from me today.
A quote from Jess Longer.
Your mom is always right. Always listen to your mom. The end. Thank you for listening and being a part of our community. Please follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
If you'd like to connect, we can be reached at podcastfromtheretohere@gmail.com.
We hope you continue on this journey with us.